So in today's video, I know everybody wants to see the truck. You know, the truck's cool, the truck's exciting, putting a, 5.3 LS, whatever, that's exciting. But we had a little emergency here with the E39. It's got, the stock 16-inch wheels and tires. Two of the tires are pretty good. Two of the tires are pretty dry rotted. And the other day, I got stranded with ye old flat tire. Right here, on this Pirelli. It's crazy. This is only a 6-year-old tire or so, and I mean it's dry rotted real bad. You can't really tell on the video necessarily, but it's very dry rotted. And in one area of the dry rot, there's a little pinhole. Don't know where it came from, but it leaked out all the air, and it's right on the edge of the sidewall and the tread, so couldn't repair it. Thus, we've got some new wheels and we've got some new tires. And I've had these wheels for quite a while. I picked them up shortly after I got the car last year, and got them at a really great price. Just haven't really needed to get tires for them yet. It was coming up on winter, all that stuff. So I was like, well, I'll just get some snow tires. Well, I never got snow tires. Didn't really snow that much here, which is strange for Colorado, but I was like, well, you know what, now that that tire died, I don't really want to buy tires for those wheels when I've got these Style 66 staggered E39 wheels. So I'm gonna clean these up, put them on, mount some tires, and yeah, see what it looks like. I got them cleaned up a little bit. There is, these aren't perfect wheels by any stretch of the imagination, but they're going in a car that is very far from perfect. There is some plasti dip kind of down in the lug nut holes. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time trying to get that out, but if it fights me too much, I'll deal with it another day because I need to get these tires on there today. But otherwise, they look pretty decent for, I think I paid $400 for those, which I think is a great deal. And they'll look really good on the car. So tire size, I went with staggered. I didn't go as wide in the rear as I could have, just for cost effectiveness. I did a 235/45 17 for the front, and then a 245/45 for the rear. Could have gone 255, but it was a little bit more money and kind of on a little bit of a budget right now. So I went with some Acceleras. These are way more tire than the car really needs, but they were cheap, and they'll be grippy. I think the fronts are the PHI R, and then the rears are just the PHI PHI, I guess is what they're called. But they look nice, they look grippy, should be fun. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm testing something. It's probably not gonna work, but I've heard that the old Goo Gone works good for plasti dip. And it's kind of hard to scrub inside of these lug nut holes. So I'm soaking some paper towels, some shop rags in Goo Gone. Let it sit in there and see if it makes it easier to scrape out. Don't know if it'll work, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going because we got 3 more of these bad boys. Part of my difficulty here with these two is that the clear coat on these wheels is pretty pitted, as you can see. So wherever the plasti dip went inside, it like got down into those pores essentially. So it's not a smooth surface that it got, sprayed on, which just intensifies how difficult this is to get off. And usually I'm pretty impatient with wheels, and I that's, you know, pretty normal, where I just want to get them on the car. I'm kind of in that boat right now where I just want to quit, and get the tires on and put them on the car. But this will help make them a little bit easier to clean in the future. And just, yeah, the plastic dip is just annoying, so spending the extra effort. And I do really like these wheels. I've always wanted a set of these for a BMW. I think they look really good on E36s as well, but they also obviously look good on the car that they came on, the E39. So I'm really excited to have them, and I want them to look halfway decent since the rest of the car doesn't really look halfway decent. So I'm willing to put a little bit of extra elbow grease into these to make them look, you know, a little bit more presentable. So yeah, it's worth it. So my idea sort of worked. It's not like I come back in here, I let them sit for a little while, give them a good old twist, and it definitely makes a difference. I'm just probably just focus on like these clumps on the sides. So the lug nuts are really going to cover that, or the lug bolts I should say. So I'm not like super worried about getting it all out, just the stuff on the walls that's annoying. Yeah, see, there we go. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I just got to this wheel and I'm so happy. I'm so excited. There's like none of these ones. Yay! That saved me a solid, like, I don't know, 10 minutes of scrubbing. This one doesn't have any. Somebody spent some time cleaning this wheel off. Why did you spend it on this one? Oh, or this one? It's too thin to peel off. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. All right, a bit of time later, and we got them all decent. They look really good on the camera screen right here, but there's still a little bit of black down in the lug nut holes and whatever, but they look pretty good. And I'm gonna get these tires mounted. Do have a kind of a cheap tire changer and balancer that me and my good friend Jacob purchased together. We kind of split the cost because he needed to do a lot of tires. I do a lot of tires. This setup has worked very well for the price. I think we paid with taxes something around $1,300 just off of eBay. And this tire machine has been very good. The balancer has balanced wheels very efficiently and effectively. And I mean, there's some upgrades that would be nice. I had to get a new cover for this. It exploded last winter. I'll probably end up getting a different valve because this one's like plastic and stuff, and it will fail most definitely at some point. But otherwise, I mean, it's pretty solid. So we're gonna whip these tires on and get them out on the car. happen very often, but there's no weights on it. Used wheel, new tire. It only wants a quarter? Ha! That never happens. I love it. Rookie mistake there on the balancer is that I let my phone die. You know, rookie YouTuber mistake, no big deal. They all bounced out pretty good, except for one of the fronts wanted like 3 ounces, which I don't love. But, you know, maybe I'll rotate the tire on the wheel another time to see if I can get it better, but they all balanced out, so can't complain. So now it's just time to get them on the old car. I'm also deciding to, I don't know, this is just for fun, but I got some spline lug bolts from the old junkyard a while back that I just haven't used. Eventually I'll probably do a stud conversion on this anyways, but figured for now I like these better than the stock lug nuts that are probably, or lug bolts that are, you know, 25 whatever years old, 26 years old. So just doing that. And then also my spare right here, this 15-inch wheel that you see here. I mean, it's literally brand new, but it's brand new from a very, very long time ago. I can't remember if the DOT is on this side. I think it is. But I mean, you can even see that these words are treadway. Most tires now have the words, you know, where you're reading it from the inside, like on those even, you know. But this is, I believe, the original spare to the car. This is a 2000. Pretty sure this tire is dated 2001. Which, again, that's kind of part of the reason why I was like, well, I don't really want to drive too much with this. And I'd rather spend money on those wheels and tires than those old, you know, the factory wheels and tires, because the Style 66s look way better. But I mean, look at this. Super Sport, Futura GLS. Again, like, there's no dry rotting on this bad boy or anything. It's a beautiful tire, but I don't trust it when it's, you know, as old as the car. It's been sitting in the trunk. So yeah, wanted to show you guys all that. It all makes sense now. Here your boy was adding all this weight to this wheel, and I just missed that there was already weight on the wheel. No bueno. So we're gonna rebalance that tire. There ain't no sense in having 5 ounces of weight cross-balancing on each other. All that jazz. So, pop this bad boy back on ya. Turn this back on. Put my measurements back in. Always torque your wheels, kids. I would say overall it looks pretty good. I'm very excited. Obviously, I think the next step, there's a lot of next steps. This car's not next on the line of things to do other than maintenance. There's a lot of things that I need to do to this car, but eventually we will fix this whole situation because yeah, that needs to go away. But otherwise, I mean, there's a ton of stuff I'm going to do to this car. The next step, again, is to finish this pile behind me so that this over here can be parked over there to do some bigger projects to it. So stay tuned for some more truck content. Hopefully not too much E39 content, at least unless there's something bad that happens, another failure, another breakage, which is possible, don't get me wrong. But yeah, stay tuned for some truck content coming soon. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I appreciate anybody who has spent any amount of time watching my silly self do silly things with these cars. Like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things that YouTube asks us all to ask you to do, because you know that I know that that's how it all works. But have a blessed evening. We'll see you again soon.